friends, thanks for coming back to Social Emotional Storytime. So this week we're going to be talking a little bit about filling people's buckets. And what that means is it's not a real bucket, but if we think about how everyone feels each day, if we think about that as if it's a bucket, and when you add to someone's bucket by doing something kind, then you're helping to fill their bucket with good actions and kind things. But if you take from their bucket, you dip out of their bucket because you're doing something that is not kind to them, then that will make their bucket less full, and it will kind of take away from their day and take away from kind of how they feel throughout the day. So our goal is to help fill people's buckets by doing kind things. And another way that you can fill a bucket is to fill your own bucket by doing kind things for yourself. So that's something that we're going to discuss today. But first, we're going to do a mindfulness activity. And if you remember, mindfulness is kind of bringing awareness to your body and to the things around you so that you are aware of what's happening and you focus in on something else other than what's maybe causing you some distress, which means like something that's making you not feel so good. So our activity is called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what we'd do is there are different things that I want you to think about that you can sense, except for the last one is kind of a bonus one. So let's say you're feeling stressed out about something or angry or scared. Think about, instead of thinking about the thing that's stressing you out, you're going to bring awareness to your body and the things around you. So we'll think about 5 things you can see. So you don't have to say this out loud or anything, you can just think it in your brain. But I'm going to say 5 things that I can see right now. A clock, an exit sign, a chair, a door, and a whiteboard. So those are 5 things that I can see. And then 4 things you can feel. So let's see what I can feel. Well, I feel the chair, I can feel my sweater, I can feel my ring, and I can feel my jeans. Those are 4 things that I can feel. And then 3 things that you can hear. I just heard a click when the thermostat turned on. Let's see. It's pretty quiet in here. I can't hear very many things, but I can hear my keys jingling when I move, and then I can hear myself talking right now. Now 2 things you can smell. This might be kind of tricky, because right now I don't smell anything actively in here, but I can think about some things I could smell, some smells that I like. Like I like the smell of cookies baking, and I can smell my lotion on my hands right now. And then finally, we're going to think about one positive thing about you. So what's something that's good about you? Think about that. So I'm trying to think of something that I like about myself. I like that I am doing these social emotional story times and that I get to spend time with you guys during these story times. So that's one thing I like about me, is that I'm working hard to help other people. So our story today is called I Am Enough by Grace Byers. Like the sun, I'm here to shine. Like the voice, I'm here to sing. Looks like she really likes herself. She's feeling comfortable with herself, and she sings and she performs. Like the bird, I'm here to fly and soar high over everything. Like the trees, I'm here to grow. Like the mountains, here to stand. Like time, I'm here to be and be everything I can. Like the champ, I'm here to fight. Like the heart, I'm here to love. Like a ladder, here to climb, and like the air, to rise above. Like the wind, I'm here to push. Like a rope, I'm here to pull. Like the rain, I'm here to pour and drip and fall until I'm full. Like the moon, I'm here to dream. Like the student, here to learn. Like the water, here to swell. like the fire here to burn. Like the winner, I'm here to win, and if I don't, get up again. I know that I may sometimes cry, but even then, I'm here to try. See, she tried her best, but she was feeling disappointed that she didn't win. But that's okay to feel disappointed, and she knows she's going to try again. I'm not meant to be like you. You're not meant to be like me. Sometimes we will get along, and sometimes we will disagree. I know that we don't look the same. Our skin, our eyes, our hair, our frame. But that does not dictate our worth. We both have places here on earth. And in the end, we are right here to live a life of love, not fear. To help each other when it's tough. To say together, see how everyone looks different, but they're all getting along. Everybody looks different, and maybe they celebrate different things and they have different beliefs, and they all are different. And it's a good thing that they're all different because they don't want to be like each other. They want to be like their own individual self. And they're able to still be themselves and get along with other people. So that's great to see that everyone can feel like they are enough. I am enough. So she feels like she's enough, and all these friends feel like they are enough as well. No matter what they look like, no matter who, maybe they kind of have different thoughts and opinions. Even if they both had blonde hair, they could still have different thoughts and opinions. No two people are exactly alike. So that's important to know, because when you are different than someone else, that's a good thing, because if we were all the same, that would be kind of boring. We wouldn't have very many exciting things in our lives if you already knew what someone was going to say just because they're exactly like you. So it's good to be friends with different people and get to know everybody and the different kind of things that they like as well. So thinking about how you are enough and how other people are enough, we want to think about being a bucket filler and giving to other people's buckets and giving to our own buckets. And because we know that it feels good when other people give to our buckets as well. So there are two activities, well, it's one activity, but 2 pages that are attached to the story time, and also the mindfulness activity is attached as well. But for our activity, you'll have 2 pages. The first one is a bucket, and it says, place the pictures on the bucket that show which actions you took today to fill your bucket or someone else's bucket. And then there are a whole list of activities that are actions that you might have taken to fill someone else's bucket, and we'll kind of go through. You can share, listen, and listening can fill someone else's bucket because you're listening to what they're saying and they can appreciate that they're being heard. And it can also fill your own bucket because you've listened, maybe you listened to your teacher and followed instructions. And then that's good for you because now you know what you're expected to do. You had safe hands and feet. You're ready to learn. You did your chores. You used kind words like thank you. Played with others. You told the truth. Helped someone. You used a calming strategy. That's a good one for filling your own bucket. You ate healthy food. Exercised. Some other ones that are good for filling your own bucket. Wave hello. That makes someone feel nice. Feel good when you give a nice wave, or when you smile at them, or if you just do something kind for someone. When you encourage someone, if somebody's feeling down and you tell them you can do it, that can help them to feel good. You used an appropriate voice level because you don't want to scream at somebody. You apologized. Maybe if you did something that hurt someone's feelings, you apologize, and then that fills their bucket back up. You used positive self-talk. That fills your own bucket because it tells you, I can do it. You cheered someone up. Maybe you worked with someone. And then at the bottom, there are 2 create your own options. So you can kind of think of something that you did yourself that made you feel good or made someone else feel good and added to your bucket or their bucket. And you can draw them yourself And then you don't have to glue these on because maybe you want to use this each day. So you can cut these out and kind of keep them in a safe place. And then when you do something, like let's say you shared with someone, when you do that activity or that action, you can just place it on your bucket. And you don't have to glue it down or anything because each day you want to fill the bucket. So you can reuse your bucket as well. So those are kind of some of the things we want to think about each day. How can we help other people and how can we help ourselves to feel good? And it's a little bit, when we fill our own bucket, it's kind of goes back to that, the zones of regulation. When we try to help ourselves get back to that green zone, we are filling our own bucket when we're doing the things that help us get back to that, like exercising or eating healthy, things like that. So thank you so much for coming to our social emotional story time this week, and we'll see you next time.